Another one bites the dust.
Another one.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
We don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, that's true. Welcome to the Picket Boys podcast.
Welcome indeed.
A little, another slightly special episode given the weekend, but
Just
we're here.
a little.
Here with somebody new again. Another fighter entered the arena. What's your name?
Ray, thanks for having me, boys.
No problem.
They call me the Ant-Man because I'm small in the pants, man.
In the pants, man. Who are you?
I'm Bobby.
I'm Nick, bro.
He loves that. I don't know why he loves
That's
it.
just kind of becoming your name.
Yeah, it's just people are gonna call you that now. And I'm Antonio, and what's that?
And he's got gangrene.
So I guess it's inevitable that Avengers came out. You know, that's I guess
I think
that's,
it came out, right?
It maybe.
Did it come out?
It came all over the place, apparently.
Oh, that's
Look at
true.
us.
Yeah, we're kind of a mixed match of everything.
Yeah.
I know that side of the table hasn't seen it, but we've seen it, and we can't spoil it for everybody else because we're also not true Marvel fans.
Better not.
But I'll say a couple things about it just because I feel like I have to.
He tells the whole plot.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, anybody.
and Batman comes in and he kills fucking Aquaman.
To be fair, anybody who hasn't seen it by Wednesday is already rich.
I heard James Bond's in it. It's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
crazy.
a whole bunch of shit. No, but it's definitely
Then the Night King comes in and.
you could definitely tell it's the end of the whole
The game.
really the 22 movies leading up to it.
Yeah.
Comedy was a little heavy.
Well, pretty usual.
Yeah, Marvel's. But usually I don't complain too much about the comedy, but it was a little
It's
heavier than I thought. Even
Wow, I'm shocked to hear you say that.
Exactly, but I saw it twice in theaters, and the second time.
It just came out a few hours ago. I did see it twice already.
Came out yesterday.
He's seeing it again in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it came out yesterday night, so it's only like a few hours.
Yeah, I saw it last night and this morning.
Yeah, I saw it
I saw it twice.
Sheesh.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. I have to be prepared for these people.
Okay.
And then
That's fair.
the second time I saw it with a different crowd, the jokes didn't land, and it made it seem like they weren't meant to be jokes. They were actually like it made the story a little bit sadder that they weren't. You know what I mean? Like it worked both ways. It worked as a joke and to make the scene a little more dramatic. It was weird.
I'm surprised you got a whole theater where it didn't land. That must be like
But it's not like
very unique people.
It's not like it didn't land. It was like it added more to a intense moment than it pulling back from it and making it a joke.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was trying to tell you before.
So what do you guys ultimately think it was?
A joke or not?
Yeah.
I think it was just a weird in between that could have been taken either way for some scenes. But some scenes, is like
Yeah.
I could see why they changed some characters like in certain ways to progress the story. It was pretty good. I thought it was one of the best Marvel, definitely the best Marvel.
That kind of creates a talking point, though, like when you're leaving it up to the audience to determine like what it was meant to be.
That's
so that
true.
like they
It
can
seems
then
like
talk
that.
about later, was it supposed to be a joke, was it not, this part was weird, like it lands with everyone differently, and that's what kind of makes the movie unique.
Yeah,
probably.
watching, like when you see it the opening day, you get the Marvel fans who are all the oohs and ahs and the claps.
The people who were like crying in the theater.
Yeah, no, there was
It's like-
actually when we saw it.
Yeah,
You heard like the.
Did you cry?
There's a bunch of people crying.
Did you cry?
I could see most of the scenes where it was close.
Oh, there were moments that there was a couple next to us, and the one guy was much more decent about it, but the woman in the couple, every once in a while, she'd just flip out.
Have you guys cried like at all during movies or shows?
There's been one actor that could make me cry,
I know who it is.
undoubtedly. I want you. You're my friend. Who is
It's
it?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler has made me cry twice. Once in a real movie, then once in an animated movie, and it was fantastic.
Oh, is it the Hanukkah one?
7 Crazy Nights or 8 Crazy Nights. What is it?
I actually haven't seen that one.
Whatever.
You told me about it.
It's it's Adam Sandler, and he's like just talks
Oh, that's a
about,
great one.
just goes through the Hanukkah and stuff, and I don't know what it made me cry. It was just really sad. And then Click. Click is a really sad.
I'm not gonna lie.
Click is a sad.
yes.
While he was
Click is a
saying
sad
that,
movie.
he just said it was Adam Sandler, and then you said that's a great one. It sounded like
Adam
which
Sandler,
one?
Adam Sandler's a great one. That's
Yeah, no, Click is sad. The ending scene of Click is sad.
Click is sad, man. You just go through your whole life.
'Cause he was a-
Well,
What do you mean?
at the end, it all works out.
yeah, but he gives it back, right?
Doesn't mean it's not a sad movie.
So have you cried during a movie?
Two.
Which two?
Two movies. Once whenever Monsters Inc. came out, I think it was 8.
First Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I cried at that. I was a little kid.
Well, the second one's not called Monsters Inc.
It's Monsters. What is it? It's like
University.
University.
Whatever.
Nice name.
And then the second one, I was 16, and it was Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 is
I
another
cried at
sad.
the end of
Hits.
Toy
Oh, dude,
when the kid
Hits.
looks at the camera and he says, "Bye, guys." He says, "Thanks, guys."
That's
I started crying. I
was
started
it?
crying because I loved Toy Story as a
No,
kid.
I mean, honestly, dude, was it Toy Story 3 when they're about to go into the incinerator? Is it unbelievable?
Oh yeah,
intense
the original
movie.
ending. The uncut edition.
Oh, and they're all holding hands and they're ready to just go
and
like
then
the dust.
and then it ends, and then it cuts to black, and you hear, "You're my favorite devotee.
Roll credits, very
You
sad.
got a friend in
Very
me."
sad.
Oh God.
Have you ever cried during a movie?
The only movie I can remember crying was at Laughter. During
Oh,
the
okay.
first time that I saw
Okay.
Ted, the first Ted, the first time I saw it, I was weak.
Crying laughter?
I was weak like at least 2 or 3
Alright,
times.
so those
through
are
that
happy
movie.
tears. We're not talking about pee tears.
Sad tears, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a huge sad movie guy. I mean, obviously some movies hit you different
Some
ways.
movies are just sad, even though they're supposed to be like comedies or something. There's some comedies have intense, like
Yeah.
scenes.
Or dark scenes too.
Absolutely.
None I can
It's
think
like-
of off the head.
It's like it's kind of like
fair.
Adam Sandler's The Cobbler.
Wait, you cried during a movie that I was like, what the hell are you doing crying during that, didn't you?
I might have.
That sounds like a Nick
Yeah,
thing.
we talked about it like a couple days ago. You were like, what are you doing crying during?
Oh no, it was
I
like
remember
Game of Thrones.
Oh, right, it was Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
I teared up when Arya and John met up.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Side note, Battle of Winterfell is also today.
So no, tomorrow.
No, like when
Like
this comes
Sunday.
out today.
Today.
Today, Junior.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna cry during that, but
Oh, who knows?
it will definitely be sad.
That's a big thing.
You're gonna be crying in Binghamton when we're in traffic.
True. Traffic.
Boy, so what makes you cry?
Traffic. No, traffic. Fucking,
Traffic.
I was thinking about.
Traffic makes me.
You ever just we grew up during the whole GPS era, right?
Oh yeah.
But you think our parents just using fucking road maps, dude?
Impossible.
No, they
Every
stop.
once in a while,
They-
like pulling over to get.
Because-
Hey, do you know which way?
Oh,
like,
you're lying if you think any of our parents pulled over to extra directions.
Because
No
I remember.
Dude, they're getting lost and they're staying wherever they are now. It doesn't
I had
matter.
paper
You're
maps.
absolutely
I had
right.
paper maps of states that we've never even been to, just because my dad had the wall.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I remember my dad using maps, and you've never heard cursing.
like you,
What
like,
the fuck is
no,
this?
it's like you're pulling out a map like this, and then you're like, where are we going? Are we supposed to make this left? It's like, first of all, it's upside down, and that's a map of the interior park of Atlantis. We need the one in
No, I remember-
California.
I
You know, it's like you got the wrong map, Dad.
I mean, dude, even like leaving JFK is so complicated with my GPS that like it's basically out of so many times of doing it, I've just learned the route, so I don't need it anymore. I can't imagine having done that without.
My parents, for a while, a few years, where GPS was starting to get big, so we used it when we were going to Virginia. And there was a left turn to go into the ocean or to a lake, and the thing said, make a left. And my father went, this fucking machine just told us to kill ourselves. And my mom like swore off GPS for like the rest of the year, but then they caved.
Do you remember like the first GPSs, like before smartphones had them built in, and like there was like we had like a Garmin, and it was like a little.
The shitty ones like attached to your dash.
Yeah, like the
dashboard.
attached to the dashboard, like those. Like that's when that was the first step after paper maps, I believe, because we had paper maps all the way up until like we got our first
Yeah,
Garmin. I was a
think
kid.
I don't think we had pagers giving us directions.
No,
like,
they-
beep,
no.
left turn here.
No, there was like MapQuest though, so like it wasn't a map, but you would like
Print it out off the internet,
the,
and then
the directions.
Oh,
so
yeah.
make a left here, make a right here.
I remember my mom using that.
So
a
you'd
lot.
have to be like really
John,
focused.
I'm not going. First of all, that's more dangerous than texting and driving. Reading a map while you're driving.
Definitely.
people still do that
Well,
probably
you,
with the
you,
map
you need a
quest.
passenger. You need a passenger.
You do need a passenger, but if you're solo in it, you
Then you don't.
got that solo trip. You need a map. It's like I'm not a fucking globe. Bastards.
I actually bring a globe.
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, spin it.
We want it from every angle. Dude, I can't. I'm using my GPS and I need it to tell me where to turn or look at it. If I'm reading a map, I probably wouldn't be able to do it.
Nah, dude.
I'm saying even if I printed out on MapQuest and I had like turn here, get on this bridge, turn off here.
If it was zoomed in enough where I could like see it without going like this.
True. What if you need glasses?
Well, yeah, and if you're also like this and you're not at a red light, what are you doing?
What do you do?
What are you
What if
doing?
you're on a highway, 50 exits to your next fucking turn? What do you?
Imagine someone hacked like the satellites that control the GPS, and it made them like make all the right turns so that people would be crashing into each other like nonstop.
That's like a fucking
And, that
Die
would-
Hard
and
movie.
that's how like society ends.
because,
Massive car pileups.
because we trusted a GPS.
So make a right.
You can use paper maps on like side roads and like little towns like this, but if you're going on a highway and you're looking for an exit and then transferring to another highway, the paper maps are probably not going to work out for you that well.
I don't
You
know.
know,
I don't
like
know.
a small country road town or whatever upstate, you
also-
could definitely figure out with the paper map.
I guess that's true. Because also like, but also no, because nothing's grids like the city. You know, it's
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so
Dude,
everything in the city's easy.
It's just a bunch of old town roads.
Well, if you're on a road that's going like this, and you're driving and you're going like this, you're like, all right, I'm probably on the right road. But if you're on a grid, you could be like, I don't know what street I'm on
That's a
at
good
all.
point. That's a good point. Like it's like, okay, so this road I'm on is shaped like a snake. I need to get to the one that's shaped like a horse. This looks right, you know?
Yeah, honestly, the whole thing is kind of impressive. Like sometimes I just need the GPS to get to like the bathroom in my house. It's like 2 steps to the left and bend down.
I know how to leave my house. I can just remember.
But just in case I forgot,
I'll get
using the GPS again.
Oh, out the door.
Got it.
Yeah, but what about like other kids like younger than us, like that don't like are driving and have the GPS saying turn by turn and still get lost every time? Every time.
I don't know.
How do these people get to survive?
Well, they need. Hopefully, technology stays around for a while before we decide to
Well,
get rid
but
of it.
it's that like it's almost amazing.
Not even
It's
that,
amazing.
but what's with this phenomenon? I know I'm not the only one that has it. That when you're in a car and you're finally pulling up to the destination, and if the music's too loud or people being too loud, you're like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to find this place. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know why I have to turn down the music to see the area I'm supposed to go.
I think it's like a focus thing. It's
Yeah.
like I have too much attention in all these noises.
This is
Bring
it.
it down.
This is
bring
the
it down.
moment.
Yeah.
Some people have more focus than
Destination.
others.
That's true, but I commend the people that could rave in the car with their friends chatting up about nonsense while you're searching for a place that you got to pull over and park now. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No, it is quite impressive.
You guys got to give me a second, you know? Fucking bastard.
That's my bearings.
Sometimes
That's driving anywhere with girls.
Well, just loud. Even if guys, if you get into a rhythm, you guys, you kind of rock out too.
Oh,
And that's
like somebody
that's
puts
like-
on like every time we
We've-
touch.
we've-
it's all-
I was about to mention every time we touch.
every time we touch.
Every time. we
Every
touch.
time it comes on, I lose my
Because
absolute
that's
shit.
more than dancing. That's like
Ignition
eyes closed.
remix.
No,
It just takes over your body. It's just like
Oh, jeez. It's messed up that you could like an act, like you could just like someone in a popular or celebrity for so long, and then they do something bad, and now you can't like what they made. I don't like this person.
no one said that. That's a rule. That's
No,
not a rule.
No,
You
it's-
do get
no,
an
I'm saying
eyebrow
that's,
raise.
that's what a lot
It's
of people.
You get a little bit of an eyebrow raise.
Yeah, you get a little bit
You
like
get an eyebrow raise, then that's.
No, yeah, you-
No, I know.
Good
It's
for
just
you
how it
judging
is.
me. I don't give.
But it's
two
just
shits.
weird that's a phenomenon because it's like obviously I don't like what this person did.
Oh, you like him, you fucking sinner.
It's like I like Kevin Spacey, right? Like Kevin Spacey touched
Yeah.
little boys. It's like I don't like. Is that not what happened? Is that not what happened?
It's just weird to hear it said out loud, but like we know the general.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Well, that happened, right?
Oh,
And it's
shit.
not like I don't like. I like. Am I
Touching little boys.
I don't like that. But it's like, am I not supposed to watch all his movies now because of it? It's just weird. It's
No.
it's a weird.
Yeah, I
mesh.
still watch House of Cards every now and then.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's just a weird thing. I don't know.
All I know is the character he played didn't do it. So,
That's true. Society's weird.
society.
Society.
No, but what about somebody whose like thing is more like whose art I guess is more directly tied to them, like Louis C.K. Like, I still think he's funny, but that's him.
He'll always be funny.
Yeah, but like. Kevin Spacey, you could. But the character's not Kevin Spacey. Louis C.K. is. Louis
Like, because
CK.
his stage persona is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's unfair to like. Oh, he's allowed.
That's just a
he's
different
allowed
media,
To, yeah, he's
if
allowed to
even
be punished.
media,
He's
yeah.
not allowed to be punished. It's either
Yeah,
you
yeah,
punish
I
everybody in the
agree.
same way. It's hard. It's a hard subject.
Yeah.
It's really just a bunch of asshole people doing asshole things. We have to figure out how to deal with it. That's usually how it goes.
How to process it.
Yeah,
Every day.
pretty much every day.
I'm pretty much on autopilot every day. until
Yeah,
someone says something
autopilot
to me.
ass. Not that extent though. Well, we're not famous assholes,
No,
Not yet.
There.
Hey.
Ooh, look at you guys.
Buy me a fucking soda.
I'll buy you a mini one.
You didn't call it
Yeah,
Jinx.
Yeah, how did that start?
Jinx?
Jinx, you owe me a soda. How did that?
Oh,
Well, I know a jinx is like a bad spell, right? Like, oh, cast a jinx on you. It's a jinx.
Also, so it's probably like someone's like, buy me a soda, and like I'll undo it. 'cause
Yeah,
I got
that's
it.
what I'm thinking too.
Like that's what it is.
That's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
like
too.
a- like
a-
I know. There's a hex. I've heard.
Yeah, I was gonna
hex.
say like a hex
I
bag.
obviously heard spell.
Or curse.
Curse is the obvious one too, but jinx is one too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's similar. So it's like, ha, Jinx, I've controlled you now.
It's
Buy
probably
me a
it's
soda
probably like
and I will
like when
pardon
you go, I got your
know what
nose, and they're like, give it back. I'll give it back if you do this. It's something similar to
Sounds
that.
like blackmailing.
Yes, kind
It's
of.
like yeah, it's
But
kind
with
of like
magic,
blackmailing.
right?
But with
Magic.
magic, Ray.
The only one I ever heard of was Jinx. You owe me a milk. That's the only one that I've
Impossible.
ever
Have you heard of that?
Who said that?
You made that up.
heard of.
Did
said
you
that-
say
I
that?
say that all the time.
Well, that's because it's you.
That's because you say that. You make that.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah, exactly. I never used it in any other form, but it never works.
Did anyone
It
ever?
never works.
Did anybody ever get you milk?
No.
Well, yeah, because you're
Well, because
using
you're
it weirdly.
using it wrong.
I could get you milk.
Yeah, but have you ever gotten a soda from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Who?
I've never. I've never.
When I was a
done this.
kid.
Who is going to give you a soda?
It was a
Especially
very
when you're
serious
kids.
thing in
No,
freaking
no one's.
preschool.
People who don't want to be jinxed.
But where are they getting a soda from? Their kids. Where they have like
vending
money,
machine?
and then they
they
just
have
have the
nothing.
freedom to go to this vending machine in the middle of
Maybe
class.
they had a
Like,
soda in their
like with the
lunchbox?
situation when it's actually said it's
it-
probably in the
no,
schoolyard.
no,
Like there's
no,
a vending
no,
machine
it was
outside.
usually-
You, you
in the
realize
cafeteria at
you're
lunchtime.
talking about like kids. Kids are gonna be like, I need to get a new
Yeah.
soda now. It's gonna
I
be
know.
cursed forever.
Or they go home and think about it for 8 years because they don't have the 50 cents to go get a fucking Coke from the vending machine. Now you just hex them.
Well, yeah, that's what they get.
Oh, if we're talking about childhood things, actually, what about like what was the thing where if you said someone's name or they couldn't talk until someone else said their name? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, but I don't remember the
God,
game.
what that start? Do you know what
Are
I'm
you
talking
talking
about?
about like the freeze game?
Kind of, but it's like they
Like
can't.
when you're like, when someone makes eye contact with you and they can't move until you touch their neck.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that too.
I've
Something like
never
that.
heard.
That was
of
more
I heard
high
that
school
too.
though. Sadly enough, that was more of a high school game.
But dude, when you're a kid and like freeze tag, it's like
Serious.
something comes over you where you're like, shit,
Oh no.
I'm a statue now. I'm not moving. I'm die if I
life
move.
or death.
Yeah.
You do not want to get tagged.
And it's
in
like,
freeze tag.
you're just talking to your friend with your eyes. You're like, God, just fucking.
No. If the guy who's is corners you like, I got money.
Please, take the house. Take the house. Take whatever you want.
No, it was fear. I would be afraid.
Dude, even like you don't want the guy who like already got who's it to touch you because you think you're gonna shatter too. Like if he pushes me just a little bit, it's all over. Like I'm going down.
Oh, like you're actually frozen.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're a statue. It's a mindset.
Yeah, this kid took it a little too seriously.
Yeah, and it could be. Yeah, imagine, yeah, that
I didn't
was.
think I was gonna shatter, but I definitely thought that was
That
gonna
was.
fall.
Yeah, now there's a memorial for Billy, the one who shattered into a million pieces because he took freeze
We
tag a
never,
little too hard.
we never played freeze tag again.
They
after
never actually was banned from the school.
That. Yep. Along with dodgeball.
Oh my god.
Oh, can we talk about that?
I don't.
Well,
know.
actually, I didn't
We have
experience it
to.
the way you
We
guys
have
did,
to.
but
For,
I
for
share your
just
sentiment.
just to catch people up, it's like we used to play dodgeball at gym, pretty much in every gym
Literally
class
every class.
in middle school, and then one event caused us to never be able to play dodgeball again.
And it was a full co-ed dodgeball, like
Yeah.
everything, like everyone played.
Everyone was involved.
Nobody could sit out.
Everyone loved it.
Sit out.
Everyone loved it. From the
Oh, it was great.
So, you know,
It was simply
dodgeball,
great.
and then we just
it brings a
We
certain
lost it.
part out of you.
dodgeball.
Yeah, it
brings
does.
your inner.
It brings your inner, like, reptilian brain out of you where you want to hurt someone.
I'm gonna bury this
I'm gonna-
ball in this guy's face.
And then I'm gonna,
But imagine,
I'm gonna
like-
catch this ball and hit him with it anyway, even though he's out.
Yeah.
Imagine that gym class we had in a class today in 2019. It would be like the most, like the parent complaints, like everything.
It'd be
like,
on the
in
news.
in the
It'd be
history.
on the
it'd be
news.
No one has more power than a complaining mom.
Your son,
No one has more power than
your
a
son
mom.
hit my son with a ball.
How do you guys play this savage game? And they just go to the principal like, how dare you let my son
Yeah, this
This is what the
get
forefathers
hit in the
were
face
fighting
with
for.
balls? He only does that on the weekends, you know? It's like we're trying to keep him away from
Jesus, they're kids. They're kids.
Mom. Damn it, Mom.
God damn it, Mom! I told you not to.
Yeah, but did you ever like throw the ball like really hard? Like you be on the other side and I'd be like, oh, I gotta get this mother. He's the last one, and then you you dip. One of the girls, they're standing in the back. Boom.
Right in the noggin.
Boom, right in the noggin.
Right in the
And then you're like, oh, like, that
Sorry.
was so on accident, but it was also so funny.
You ever-
Survival of the
But
fittest,
it's a
baby.
foam ball, so then they walk off and everything's fine,
Yeah.
and there's no bruises or anything. But it's just like,
Well, no bruises you can see.
No, but-
That's true, but the
You
problem
can't get
is
a bruise
no.
from
The
a
problem is
foam ball.
they go home and then they have boy and girl. I'm pretty sure the one that stopped our dodgeball was a boy's mother. Anyway, it's not the problem that they got hit in the head. It's the problem that they probably walked off like a champ. It's like, you know how like when a baby falls over and you got to pick him up, but you can't say something happened.
You
gotta
gotta
go,
laugh.
It's
They
okay.
go,
It's
"Oh,
okay.
look
It's
at it,
okay.
that's
It's
funny."
You're okay. It was perfect. And the baby goes, I guess it was. But, but you know, once you have that,
formally, oh, I guess it was okay.
it's true. But then once you have that grandma that goes, oh God, it's here, and now the baby's
Now
gone.
you're scared.
So the point, my
It thinks
what I'm-
it's dying.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm trying to say is this boy or girl went home, and the parents asked, "Oh, what'd you do today?" He's like, "Oh, I got hit in the head with a dodgeball, and I was out." And then something goes off in the parents' brains. Like,
you have a concussion?
yeah, what's going on? And then they go to the principal, and it's like, you can never play dodgeball again.
My son can't even remember his name.
And then
He couldn't before.
here's the
Before.
here's the hospital, the doctor bill, and my insurance. You guys can't play dodgeball anymore. And the principal, you got to buy the balls. This parent gets upset, or these kids are unhappy forever.
I mean,
in
we
school,
got-
they're always unhappy anyway.
We had our fair share of dodgeball, so I'm very content with our experiences, and I'm very sad for any kid out there that did not get to play dodgeball in grade school because those were the best days.
It's true. Dodgeball was fun.
I couldn't wait to get out of bed in the morning. Oh, we have gym today.
I'm gonna whales. I'm just gonna whale someone in the head.
Yeah. You know
Antonio's
what?
getting drilled today.
I think it's time to bring it back.
And not with a ball.
I think it's time to bring back dodgeball.
It's a rock.
Picky Boys
No.
Dodgeball League. We're starting it up. Get in the
I'll
comments.
tell you what.
I'll set that bitch.
I'll
up.
tell you
2v2,
exactly
2v2.
what we're not doing.
Teams.
Oh, once we get to the summertime, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's
True
up.
basketball.
I'll
shit.
organize that shit.
Yeah,
We
2
go
on
to
2.
a
I'll
shirt
organize
list,
that
it'll be
bitch.
great.
He can't organize his socks. You think he's gonna organize?
I absolutely organize my socks, sir.
Let's see your socks right freaking out.
I don't believe that.
I don't want to. No, it's
Yes.
too much flexibility.
You're right.
Just
You're
leave
right.
it. Just leave it. He's good.
Hey, props for trying.
Honestly, he might not even have socks on. We're just calling this bluff.
That's just
No.
Now I need to show you.
No, I'm
my
kidding.
socks.
I'm kidding.
Those are my socks.
Well, if you're not gonna show up, yep, there's
Oh.
one.
Oh Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
it looked freaking ancient. I thought the mask would help.
Please put those away. Every part, put those away.
These are the real Infinity Stones.
It went right.
No one's searching for those.
Ew.
That's enough.
What power do they give?
Oh.
Oh god, that was disturbing. It's 60 seconds.
Well, Nick, you did it. You managed to top everything you've done before.
Do you guys think that vets go to school the same as like, you know, all the animals they're treating from like snakes to horses? Do they go to school for that?
I'm sure they specialize.
I'm saying.
No,
so I'm saying
yeah.
oh, Lindsay is specializing in snakes. You got to go over to Rob. He's the horse doctor.
No, and
I'm pretty sure they
Oh,
got
like the vets?
Yeah, vets.
Oh, that's a good
you
question.
know,
You
Johan,
don't just see like a cat-only doctor on the side of the road.
Yeah,
You
it's
see
just
a
a
vet.
vet.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I don't want to. If I walk into my vet with a cat and then there's a giraffe and a parakeet, those are completely different animals.
Isn't there a place on like Myrtle? I don't know say the actual name, but it's like it says like a dog specialist or something like that.
I believe
There's
there
one on
are.
Woodhaven that says cat and dog
yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
That's on
I've
Woodhaven.
seen
Well,
that.
I'm sorry, because they don't want tarantulas and freaking snakes
and
on
listen,
our
and
property.
listen.
There's fetal pigs and stuff.
Listen,
you know?
I hate to break it to anybody with tarantulas out there, but if he's got to go to the doctor, it's over. He's not coming back.
We can't put back all 8 legs, ma'am.
Okay, we just at least 3. Just let them wobble. You know, this poor tarantula is in a freaking those little wheels attached to the back.
If you had a starfish, would you cut off its legs so it can grow more starfish?
If you cut a starfish in half, did 2 starfish pop up?
I think
Yes.
so. But it can also grow a full starfish from 1 leg being cut off.
So what if you cut off all 5 legs? You get 5 starfish.
I think
6.
so. Well, 6 plus the one originally.
Starfish. Oh.
Oh.
So it's like a Deadpool.
It's more like starfish.
Oh, got it. I'm an
You're
idiot.
the worst.
I'm a dummy.
Damn, that's pretty
Why
cool.
haven't they
though.
taken over the world yet?
You cut that shit in
I
half
don't-
and then 2 pop up, and you're like, oh,
I
okay.
watched,
The first person that discovered that was probably like, oh.
It's like
I'll
Oh.
keep this short, but I watched a mini documentary about these giant ass starfish like on the bottom of the seafloor.
big.
And they're big.
Like how big?
Like this kind of like
That's
big.
not helping.
Like the rim of a car?
Maybe like a little less wide than this.
Dude, give me
kind of.
dimension. My foot,
Is it like
your
a-
head.
Is it like a
A
foot
basket-
long?
My head.
Is it like a
basket-
foot long
My
and
head,
like?
with this mask on right now.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
No, and they got infected with some virus that was
Christ, here we go.
making them rip their own arms off. But people thought it was a weird like mating thing, not mating, where they were just making more starfish. So like they're just ripping their legs off and stuff on their own. So you
Oh
would
my
just see a starfish like there, and it would be ripping its own leg off.
But how? It doesn't have like.
It would just
fangs.
happen. It wouldn't like touch it and rip it. It would just like separate.
Like the skin? Like,
So it's multiplying.
Imagine my arm, and then my body starts pulling away, while my arm starts pulling forward, and it just rips off. And I'm not screaming.
How do you know they're not? It's probably.
nah, it's definitely painful.
It's probably a little painful.
You don't
They're
know
not
if those
screaming
things have nerves and shit.
They have
nerves.
We definitely know the science.
Almost everything has
I'm sure
nerves.
some fake Da Vinci has cut up a starfish. You know, we probably know they have nerves.
They have nerves. Everything.
It's
Almost
Yeah,
everything.
but what happened
a
to nerves?
starfish. I don't fucking know.
What doesn't have nerves?
You don't have any
I
nerve.
don't have any nerve. You got some nerve.
I don't know
man.
actually. What does not have nerve?
Viruses?
No, like
They would not, but they're not alive.
Like
well,
bacteria.
Single cell stuff
Bacteria,
wouldn't,
yeah, so
obviously.
there you
Oh god.
So I've been, you know, I went to Disney, so I was on flights and like I was driving, so I had a lot to think about, and I was thinking about I don't know why I thought about this, but the first time my dad asked me if I knew what a blowjob was, and I was like, he sent
Wait,
me.
this was this week.
Yeah, this week. Because I didn't know yet.
Okay.
No, I was younger, but I knew what it was. But like that. So we were just sitting at the table, and he was like, "Hey, Antonio," and I was like, "Yes, Papa." And he was like, "You know what a blowjob is?" And I went, "Yeah, of course I know what a blowjob is." And he went, and he brought up a good point. And he went, "Oh, what is it?" And I, told him what it was. He's like, "You want a girl, has a pee in her mouth."
Why does it have to be a fucking girl?
You're right. You got me. Come on. I go whoever has a wiener in your mouth. He said that when he was a kid, he thought a blowjob meant when a girl just blows on your wiener. Yeah, like that. And that got me thinking. I was like, well, I had the internet, so I looked it up. We well traversed and all that stuff. But back like when there was no internet or stuff to look up, or when you were just curious and didn't know. There's just some poor boy or girl that's just blowing on a wiener, and then she's like, and then he or she's like, was it good? And then it's like,
no.
I think so. I don't know what it is either.
I mean, you were blowing really well. I don't know.
Isn't that just weird?
I mean,
why do we call it that?
really
Why do we call it a blowjob?
You also,
Dude, imagine like
it probably wasn't called that back then. Also,
You think it was called a suck job?
I don't think it was ever called that.
Suck
'Cause
job,
I think that
baby.
would have stuck.
that would help out a lot of that would have helped out a lot of
SJ.
poor boys and girls out there that ran into the exact scenario that you were like, I think it was good. I don't know.
I think we did
I'll
it.
tell you what. Probably some bozo who thought it would be really funny to name it a blowjob way back when, and then it's stuck. It's gonna be, many idiots gonna start blowing on that thing.
If we're talking about spoiler alert,
This is
usually no blowing is involved.
Actually, blowing is almost counterproductive to the act, I would say.
I want to see. You know what the stat I want to see? I want to see how many people passed out from trying to blow really hard on it.
I feel lightheaded.
How easily do you pass out?
What do you mean? No, because like
Hey man, you start blowing enough balloons,
you
Yeah,
get
you're so excited.
you get lightheaded, you see stars, and now it's like I'm not
now,
passed out.
now imagine it's just a penis and not a balloon, and it's barely moving, and you're
but
trying.
now you got that extra jolt of like, oh, this is happening.
That's what I'm saying.
or you're
so
just
excited.
terrified.
Your heart's racing.
Yeah, or you're scared of it.
Oh, what if they thought it was like a joint thing, and so like the guy appears also blowing on it?
Or not
You know.
excuse me.
There's a lot of like
Yeah, that's
a
too
lot
much.
of missing
You're thinking
brain
about this.
cells.
You think about this way too much. You think about this way too much.
This sounds like a personal issue with
happen
you.
But also thinking about like, imagine in high school, like an 8th grader did that to like a high schooler, and then now in high school, the guy's like, "Yeah, Sally freaking blew on my wiener," and it's like, and high school kids are dicks, and be like, "What a freaking idiot she is." And,
She's a whole and an idiot
yeah, she's a
now.
whore and an idiot.
What an idiot she is.
Yeah, and it's just
Oh boy, what an idiot she is.
and it's just rude. It's just
Sounds like a
rude.
narrator.
Because I'd be sitting at that cafeteria lunch table in high school. I'd just be like, "Wow, that's really awful." Actually,
Some kids like, what do you prefer, a blow job or a suck job? Which one do you prefer, Larry?
Well, if you're the one doing it wrong, another person in the moment is like, what is going on?
Not if they don't know, though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you both,
Well, I'm sure that like, well, yeah, if,
oh,
if
in
you
my
both don't know.
previous situation, the high schooler, he did know.
Yes,
He was
exactly.
very-
So
mad to
that
her.
situation, that's when
Or she.
that's the narrator's like, and at that moment, she knew she just fucked up.
But that must be so shattering. It's
Oh.
already such an intimate moment, and then it's like people are just assholes when you really come down
Yeah.
to it. Because I could see that.
Dude,
There's
you're
no
talking
way
about
that-
you're talking about high school kids, assholes.
High school kids are
Assholes.
freaking
Nothing is sacred.
Humans are
Nothing
assholes.
is sacred.
So let's say you put us back in high school and that happens. Do you just let the girl blow on it, or do you correct her, or do you just keep it for the story?
What do you go? Whoa, hey!
Like
Stop doing what you're doing. Like,
like
no.
Like, no. I think you're supposed to put it in your mouth.
I wouldn't be. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, don't worry. I've done this before. Let me teach you. I think you're supposed to put it in.
That's
your
what I'm saying. Like, or do you just let it go?
If some woman was gonna do that to me and then she started blowing on it, I'd probably start laughing.
You're part of the problem.
I wouldn't make fun of her and I wouldn't go
That's
tell
a-
people. But
That's a
I would start
personality
laughing.
question.
No,
That's definitely a personality
I
question.
think-
How much of a dick are you? Are you
don't think
going to
you're
be
a dick
nice
for-
about it and
Are
just
you-
not
No,
go back,
I
or are you
definitely-
going to bring it up so that she doesn't run into this problem again?
I would definitely.
Yeah,
oh,
that-
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would definitely.
After,
I would definitely.
or the
chuckle.
moment you're going to be like, what is going
In
on?
the moment I'm gonna
No,
laugh.
no. I'll jump in the water with him right now. I would definitely chuckle. But this, but this also means like there was no prior conversation. You know, because usually there's a little bit of build-up. If it like, it's more of a rarity that it just poof, happens.
Well, at the age
but
that
it
you
could-
don't know.
it-
Yeah,
could be-
that's what I'm
it's-
saying.
there's-
It's more of a
Or if
conversation.
you
Right.
do know and she doesn't, it could just be like, oh, she's gonna give me a
Yeah,
blowjob. But
oh,
in
that's
her
true.
head, in her head,
In her head, she's like, I don't know how to give a
I'm gonna
blowjob.
just blow some air on that willy. Tomorrow.
And I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
And he's gonna love it too.
No,
like there's enough shyness that there's vagueness in the
okay, I
language.
understand.
Yeah,
What I would probably do is be like,
You're like dancing around each
it's like,
other. almost.
I'm like, it's probably be like, I'm enjoying this, but can we possibly try it this way? You know?
I would live for the moment where you go, what are you doing?
The
I
fucking-
wouldn't just go, please stop, you
That
know?
would,
and,
be, that
like,
would be a
ruin-
story. That would be a story.
I don't know if I'd ever tell that story.
No, I would.
Oh, you'd have
Oh,
to.
come
Oh, no,
on.
I would tell it, but I just wouldn't mention the girl's name.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I would be
you
like,
need
this
some
girl
time
who
too.
one time.
Dude, it makes no. It
You
makes,
can't be drinking with the boys later that week after that happened to you and not be like, bruh, this girl.
How old are we? If this happened now, then yeah, I'd tell you immediately. I might give you the name and number.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Yeah.
But I'm saying back then, wait, we're drinking with the boys in
No, no,
8th grade,
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
talking about Jenny down the block that blew on my
Imagine-
wiener. You know?
So,
Imagine one of us. This is gonna happen.
Jenny
This is gonna happen to one of us, and for some reason we're in our friend's head when it's happening, like a movie moment, and then you just hear him
Oh
think,
God, it's happening.
"Oh, so that's what a blowjob is."
That's true. Now, what if we both didn't know, and then we go to our friends like, oh yeah, it was great, and we're like, oh yeah, what happened? And they run through it, and now we're making fun of this guy
Yeah.
because he's ill-informed.
Or what if it's a girl or guy who's targeting men who don't know what a blowjob is?
This is a monster. Then.
And it's just
This
making
woman's a
them
monster.
making them think that. So they go back to their friends, and he's like, "Hey, he blew some air on it."
Yeah, I just had to buy her a purse, and she gave me a blowjob. I was like, what'd you do? She just blew on my wiener.
Yeah.
Easiest bag I ever made.
And I've made some easy bags.
I made some East bags.
do you even is it even possible to be like satisfied from that at all?
Depends who you are. I'm sure there's some
No.
freaks. I'm sure there's some freaks that only want.
Like
I wouldn't
straight,
mind
like the first immediate climax.
You know,
Oh my god. Well, the one who's doing the blowing's gonna be real shocked in a moment.
no,
That person's gonna go home and they're not gonna tell that story to their parents.
That's got to be impossible.
what
It's
if,
definitely not
no,
impossible.
what if
you're
like,
dealing with, dudes.
what if she
Not
started get,
impossible. Nothing's
Freaks.
impossible.
what if she started getting like creative with it? Like she has ice in it, so it's like cool.
No,
Like
that's
she just chewed
No,
gum
you don't-
and
you
then just
don't-
gave you
no.
a different flavor.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
you don't. First of all, you don't have to chew ice.
you don't have
cold.
taste buds
Well,
on
you know
your
what I mean,
fucking
like-
cock.
Nick,
That's what you think.
you know if you open your mouth really wide and breathe out, it's hot air, and if you make a small hole and blow out, it's cold air.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it. That's how you change the temperature. You freaking quack.
Yeah, you put some ice in your mouth, you hold it, it's gonna be colder.
If you have dentine ice before that situation, it will definitely be like ice cold.
Dude, you ever have,
Like minty.
have gum and just drink just a little sip of water,
God,
and your mouth becomes
never
a
again.
freezer?
Never again.
Why does that
It's
happen?
like your mouth's panicking and thinks it's dying.
It's like my mouth just crystallized and becomes an inside of a freezer.
Well, gum is bad for you. Like you're not supposed to
What?
like gum is not good for your teeth and shit.
It's also not good because as you get older, when you chew gum, you're actually just swallowing air, and that can cause a lot of problems, like with your stomach and like your GI tract and stuff. By
Wait, what do you mean
swallowing
you're
too much
swallowing?
air.
Yeah, what the hell does that mean?
Because when you're chewing on gum, your mouth is opening and closing, and you just naturally swallow air.
What about mouth breathers?
No, that's fine. That happens too. But if you chew gum a lot, it can lead to that, and you can get like upset stomach from it. It's a real thing.
Upset stomach, diarrhea.
See,
I was confused
everyone
too
had
when I
that
heard
in
it.
their head, but only he would sing it, right?
Indigestion.
With that sultry voice of yours. Go ahead. Try to sound sexy while saying diarrhea. Do it.
Diarrhea.
I think he nailed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he
You know,
nailed it.
I'm pretty turned on, and actually.
That's pretty good.
I think he nailed
It's
it.
because I can't look you in the eyes right now.
I think he nailed it.
Oh, you think if you go through the eyes, it'd be different?
Yeah, now do it. Now do it. Oh, we can see your eyes.
Diarrhea.
That's all right.
Yeah, see?
You know, sometimes the magic trick only works the first time.
Yeah, it's like magic in a bottle.
And then you gotta take the money and get out of there.
Yeah, just like,
take
oh,
the money and get out of there, brother.
So this also now you guys got me on a kick because I was
Uh-oh.
also in the plane. I was thinking about, I'm
This is plain.
I want you to hear about this is my train of thought. I was like, oh, plane.
Isn't it a plane of thought?
Oh, I was about to say that.
No, it's like this was my train. You know how sometimes you go down these weird rabbit holes of thoughts. I was like, plane, flying, what flies? Birds. birds.
Some word association.
10 seconds went by. Now I'm thinking about this is my jump. This is my jump.
I was telling you is that he was just doing a coloring book.
Yeah. How do you think they sent nudes back in the day via carrier pigeon?
Like drawn out nudes.
Do you think
Like they had like the guy like the guy had like an artist like the Lord had an artist come in, draw his member, and then send it to like the princess in the tower.
Definitely.
It's like what do you think?
Lord Roderick's really sent the big one this time.
Well,
It's like I don't like this one. Draw another. Draw another. Get this angle.
some of the most famous paintings are all fucking naked people.
That's true.
So they're already used to drawing all that shit all the
They
time.
used to send really slutty letters though back in the day.
Well, that's the only thing they had. That was their
Some
porn.
really
You know?
slutty letters.
Really raunchy letters.
What if they had what if like did they had like some like scarves and shit? It was like essentially getting like panties nowadays.
Why not just send the panties?
Not because it wasn't
Kosher?
Yeah, it wasn't kosher. Back then.
Is it kosher now?
Dude, if I was, who just gets
Is it
mail?
kosher
But if
now?
someone gave me a scarf, I'd be like, well, this is a serial killer. You know, it's like this
Yeah.
is the trophy of someone murdered.
Any item really is kind of creepy, I think.
I mean, getting anything by carrier pigeon today,
Well, now.
anyway, would be.
Oh, what do you
pretty,
I think that'd be fucking dope.
I mean, it'd be awesome, but
No, it'd
it'd
be
weird.
dope, but I would question the person. The person who sent it to me must be a crazy person.
If someone sent me a letter via carrier pigeon, you know, it's a pigeon and you attach a little letter.
Right. No, I understand
So,
what
yeah,
a carrier
totally
pigeon is.
I know, you
waiting.
stared at me.
I'm waiting for you to
I'm
finish.
saying, isn't that crazy?
Case you
Oh, I
know,
thought there was
right?
something else that added on.
I
to
also
the end of
thought
that
there was
statement.
going to be an end to that.
Did
Yeah.
I? Did I think
Yeah, I
that?
was like,
Oh, there's not?
You were like, if somebody were to send me a carrier pigeon,
I'm telling you, I had a stroke.
And then I just stopped.
I'm telling you, I had a stroke.
I stopped and I wanted you to finish my question.
Do we have like an intermission?
Yeah, we can take a little break. Pee break. Take a little pee break quick. That was a good break. It's a good break. Good break. What? It's all right. How do you feel about people that you go over to their house and they have like 4,000 pets? Like Ace Ventura amount of pets. You know, like,
so like plus 10.
they got like 2 dogs, like a cat, a bird, a mouse, a horse.
enough for you basically to always be interacting.
All right, it depends. Is this person alone?
No, it's like a family.
I don't think it
Okay.
depends. I just
'Cause
think
if
they're
they're
immediately uncomfortable.
No, if they're alone, like this person's really lonely and needs to see someone.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean like
But
psychological.
if it's a family,
So I'm like, I don't want to go to a house where I step in the door and I'm coughing because of all the animals, and I leave and I automatically have hairs on me because
That's the worst part.
Even though I didn't even touch anything.
Like,
I just think they're
like
weird.
people that live in a house where their couch, rug, tables, chairs are covered in hair
Fur.
24/7.
Just fur.
they're
Just
either
fur.
they're either weird or they're the thornberries.
No, but
One of the
I
two.
mean, like,
Sure.
also,
You
like,
know, what are you fucking?
just
what, do
having
you run a
two,
zoo?
just having 2 or 3 dogs will cause a normal household to be like that. So you
Yeah,
don't even
I
have
have
to
2
have
dogs.
10 pets to be covered in fur when you leave. Because there are places you sit down, you stand up, covered in hair.
Sure,
And,
that's what I'm
and
saying.
worse
and
than
it's
the
only
world.
like 2 or 3 dogs. So if you're talking about a house that has 1,000,000 pets, immediately uncomfortable. And I don't know if we're gonna be
Yeah.
hanging out there again, honestly.
Honestly, I get upset at the people that ask me why I don't come back when they have like 2 or 3 dogs that can beat me up. It's like
How often do you run into these situations?
because a lot of people have big pets, man. I want a dog that I can fit into the palm of my hand. And a lot,
Yeah, I actually prefer small dogs.
and a lot of people
Oh,
have
you-
dogs
you-
that
y'all
could
are crazy.
that if they jumped up and touched my chest, they could probably pin me down and count to 3 before I could get up. You know, I don't want a WWE match with this dog, or 2, or 3.
Or 4,
I don't know.
What comes after 4 again?
Shit,
7.
We'll go with that.
you got me.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
wanna go there either.
like the bigger dogs because they also
I'm with
tend to be
Ray.
a little lazier.
Here we go. You seen?
Oh,
I
shit,
got some.
there's a little bit of a
Yeah, here we
schism
go.
here.
The bigger
Little
dogs
schism.
definitely tend to be a little bit lazier, and then they could chill with you, and you don't have to like have them like all the fucking
I don't know,
time,
man.
like, all the way
I have
around,
2
all
small
around the house.
dogs.
You gotta walk them every 2 seconds because they're
They're
bouncing
lazy.
everywhere.
My dogs are very lazy and they're small. But one of my dogs is very fat.
Oh, are they old though?
Yeah.
One of my dogs is very
Well,
fat.
once it's old, then
but
it's gonna be
but
lazy.
but they've been lazy since forever. Only when they were like puppies they weren't.
I just feel like I want a huge dog
I
that's
just don't
lazy.
see. I'm gonna stop coming to your house, and now you're gonna
Just
know why.
one though.
Don't.
No, one too many.
One too many.
Not coming.
I want.
That's
I want a dog
fine.
that doesn't bark, and I can fit in the palm of my hand and in my pocket. And
That's very small.
I want a very small dog.
So you want like
Oh,
a
what are you gonna do
teacup?
with that?
A teacup.
I am gonna hold it in my hand the whole time I'm home.
Apparently those dogs are very unhealthy.
Yeah, it's probably won't gonna last more than like a month or two.
So it's like a goldfish. You got goldfish.
I got a
So-
goldfish
so-
dog.
Are you even gonna buy food? You're just gonna
Oh,
not
God.
even
I'm not gonna
feed it?
starve
Did you
it. I'm
guys
gonna
get-
treat that thing like a king for
Did
2
you guys
months.
get fish? Did you have fish when you were younger?
I did. I had turtles as well.
I wanted a
Turtles.
fish at a fair.
Everyone's
had it
won
for a
a fish
week.
at a
Yeah,
fair.
of course.
That's not impressive. Everyone's
Okay,
won a fish.
yeah, but
They're just throwing those fish.
I
at
made
you.
it last a
Listen,
week and a
honestly,
half though.
I'm just-
Okay, that's impressive.
And then my dad froze it in the cooler by accident because we were
The fish is it's getting kind of cold in here.
Someone turn up the AC.
Oh, but yeah, we got back
wait,
home from,
did we go
from
too far
school, and I
north?
was like, "Oh, where's the fish?" I saw the empty tank, and he was just like,
See, and Jen just went,
"Yeah,
"Oh, oh."
yeah."
You ever drop?
Basically.
You ever drop the fish on the floor by accident?
You see it gasping for air.
It's terrifying.
We shouldn't have pets.
No. Be careful. Remember what happened last
Oh
time?
Christ! Come on, stop touching the leaves.
Nothing happened.
You know what's weird to me? The fact that people have dance battles in the middle of bars. In the middle of
I
clubs.
saw one of those the other day,
Wait,
and
like a real life one?
it was fantastic.
Get the
In real
fuck
life?
outta here.
You've never seen one?
No.
Dude,
What?
you never seen a guy's never it's happened. I've seen it. Like this guy has a beer and he thinks a guy's looking at his girl too long. He's like, "Hey, dude, keep looking at my girl. We're about to fucking dance."
Better than fighting.
in real life.
Yes.
What does that mean?
What do you,
I've only seen it once. So I mean, you saw it a few more
I've
times
seen
than that.
dance battles. Yeah,
Okay.
you've seen
That's
that.
what, like,
I've seen it once.
I've seen them in
I
like,
haven't really
movies. I've never
seen-
seen that in
No,
real life.
in real
I,
life.
haven't,
No,
I
it's
know
like-
it's real, but I haven't really seen it.
People make the crowd. A guy calls out the guy, and they just start dancing.
And then
I've never been a part of one, but if I did, fucking, I'd go 100% on this guy's
and there's
ass.
any type of altercation or noise, everyone in the bar is like,
Start fucking-
and then just goes straight over there, immediate circle.
Wait, so what happened? Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
But who
No,
won?
no, yeah, so the story.
Well, I mean, it was a guy that was taller with rhythm
Uh oh,
versus a guy that was like about like average height, but
no rhythm.
no rhythm.
So
But,
it was like
wait, was it no rhythm and no fear, or was it just no rhythm?
no fear is important.
No rhythm and no fear.
Okay,
Oh, so
so,
he
I don't
had
know
a
who I'm
shot.
voting for now. The guy, you see, it's not fair for a guy who's really good at dancing to challenge someone to a dance off. It's the guy that's not good who steps up.
Nah, I'm rooting for the underdog.
Exactly.
No, it was the guy. It was the guy that was not good that stepped up.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like the guy that was really good did not go. Oh yeah, let's dance off right now.
The guy that wasn't good challenged the guy
Yes.
that was really good.
Yes.
So now he deserves this.
Yes.
He deserves all the.
Did he lose?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
He deserves all the smooth rhythm and tiptoe.
The whole point of the dance off is that if you win the dance off, then you won.
Yeah.
Absolutely got him. Absolutely got you.
Got me. Absolutely got me.
Absolutely got you.
Absolutely got me.
That terrifies me.
Why? You don't think you can win one?
Well, not if I'm fucking
I need to be
dancing
really-
with the stars over here.
I
no.
would need to be really drunk.
To win?
To win
Yeah.
or
Or just to do it?
Oh, both probably.
I think Nick would.
No, you would do it.
Nick would
probably.
absolutely do it.
Oh,
Nick would do it
If it
one
came
beer.
Down, if it came down to it, I'd get down.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd boogie.
No fear, no rhythm.
No fear, no
Right
rhythm.
here.
No- no-
Perfect example of no
And
fear,
then-
no
and-
rhythm.
and
Right
It was
over
actually
here.
him that started the dance off.
Actually, and then if I lose, and it's going straight from a dance battle to a regular.
Throwing a punch. Absolutely throwing a punch.
Is it after? You. I like you.
Sucker punch right in the gullet.
The gullet.
Just take a
He
stool.
thinks he's got
and
moves?
just
Oh
crash.
yeah, I got it. You're just dancing and just a quick.
Yeah.
Just while you're dancing.
Yeah, a little rabbit punch. That's you, Nick.
Hit him with the whoa.
Yeah.
Boom.
Sure.
Right in the neck.
Right in the nick. Right in the nick.
Right in the neck.
Right in the nick of time. I think we're good. That's all. That's good. It was fun today. Where where they find you, dude? You
Where
go
they find
first.
me?
Yeah, off the gate. Into that camera. Tell them where they find you.
You can find me here all summer long.
Christ. Instagram. Your Instagram handle.
Anything. Yeah, your
Yeah, your
podcast
Instagram handle.
maybe.
All right.
What do you got? What do you got going on? It's your time right now.
You can catch me on the gram, Ray Moore. That's 2 R's because it's Moore, not Mauer.
Got you.
15.
It'll pop up.
Instagram, Twitter, same handle. You know, gotta keep it similar.
All right, good. So we got your we treat our guests right. We got your Instagram handle. We'll pop it up. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
What about
You want some high quality fresh pics on the gram? You know where to look.
Where do they find you?
You can find me on Wattpad, WATTPAD. I still have to keep spelling it.
You know.
And I'm the hodgepodge.
There you go.
And you can find me at Nikki PV97 on basically any social media platform.
He loves that. You can find me at Prisco on Instagram, and can't forget to follow Picky Boys Podcast, also on Instagram. And that's it, boys. We're good.
Crush/smash the like button.
Smash that like button. Make it go away.
Hulk
Smash the like button.
Hulk smash the like button.
Subscribe and
Hulk smash the like button.
Dance
baby.
battle.
Yes,
the
sir.
like button.
dance battle the like button. And we're good, boys. That was fun.